This will be showing you guys by far the best way to earn skill points in Forza Horizon 5 as of 2025, which is super useful to maxing out the car mastery trees on pretty much any car you want, as well as earning super wheel spins and credits, which we'll be covering throughout the course of this video. So first off, let's find the number one best car for this. Now, of course, there are quite a few different options you guys can use, whether it's a Formula Drift car, which I'm sure a lot of you will have in your garage. These are always a good option, and the reason why these cars are so good is not only are they accessible, virtually all of you will have a couple of these in your garage, but if not, they're only around 300,000 credits and they come pre-tuned to drift. But more importantly, if you guys head into the car mastery tree, you'll see this one perk in the top left, which is very important to making skill points, which is the skill multiplier. The skill multiplier pretty much determines how quickly you guys will be able to max out the amount of skill points you can get in one drifting chain, which is 10. So if you guys are able to get a high skill multiplier, it pretty much just means you can earn skill points quicker when you guys are drifting or earning skill point chains. So it's very, very important. The higher the overall car mastery or the skill mastery perk, the more skill points you'll be able to earn. And 7 is the second highest in the game and is only beat by one car that's worth using for drifting, and that's going to be the Hoonigan Hoonicorn V2. This car is by far the best in the entire game for any kind of drifting, the only downside being that whilst it says 500,000 credits is in the price tag, it's actually worth well over 10 million credits in the auction now, so there's a big price barrier to getting this car. So if you guys can't afford that, the next best option is always going to be one of those Formula Drift cars, but the reason why the Hoonigan is so good is because in the top right, you guys can see it's got a skill multiplier of 8. What that means is you'll pretty much be able to earn skill points around 12.5% quicker than with a Formula Drift car. It's not too materially quick, but look, it is a little bit faster and more efficient. Now, regardless of what car you want to use, whether it's a Formula Drift car or the Hoonigan, just make sure you've maxed out all of those car mastery perks. In terms of the tune, you don't really even need a tune. These cars are built to drift, and that's how you'll be earning the skill points, so it's really ultimately not necessary. So next up, there are a couple of different areas in the map you want to go and go to, and I'll show you guys the best spots. So firstly, you can either go in a general drift area on one of these drag strips, like the one right near the main festival area. This one is pretty good. It's very long, straight, wide, good and easy for drifting without too many obstacles, but ultimately the best part of the map is always going to be the Aerodomo drag strip, so be sure to go on and travel here, and I'll see you guys when I'm there. And as soon as you guys get here, you can pretty much just start drifting in a little bit of an S format. Now, it's pretty easy to do. Even if you guys are new to Forza, you're pretty much just drifting back and forth. Now, with all these obstacles temporarily here for this Horizon Festival Player Series, it makes it a little bit more obstructive, but generally it's very simple. Now, like I said, it's super simple to drift back and forth, and these cars, given their Formula Drift or drift intended cars like the Hoonigan, make it super simple. Now, to put it very simply, the number on the top of my screen right now, which is around 14,000, times by the multiplier is how many points you'll get in a chain. And the most skill points you can earn in one chain simultaneously is going to be 10 skill points. So the number which on top times by the multiplier, pretty much once it reaches 500,000, you have hit the point where you've earned 10 skill points. And I call that the skill point threshold, because any skill points you earn over that 500,000 mark are not going to get you any more skill points than that 10 skill point maximum. So for example, even if that number on the top of the screen was 10 million, you're still only going to get the same amount of skill points as 10. So pretty much, you want to try time it very well, where as soon as you've crossed over that threshold, you stop drifting, so you're not wasting too much time continuing to drift without earning any more skill points. And just quickly, most of you watching this video right now are not subscribed to the channel, so if you want to help us at 150k and stay up to date with the best Forza glitches, content, news and more, be sure to tap that button. It really helps out a lot. So that's where the multiplier comes in, because with the times 8 multiplier, you can get to 500,000 once that number crosses around 62,000, whereas in a Formula Drift car where the skill multiplier is just 7, you need to get to around 72,000. So I can basically stop drifting slightly earlier than you if you're in a skill multiplier times 7 car, which means I can earn skill points quicker in terms of, let's say, per hour, because it takes less time per 10 skill points to earn for me to hit that threshold. The second thing that's important to know is that you guys will actually be earning skill points significantly quicker than what the animation will show on screen. So for example, I'm at around 50,000 right now, and let's go in and see what happens when I stop drifting. What you'll see is that these skill points will continue to build up for probably around 30 to 40 seconds, and I'll go on and speed up the content for you guys to see and show you once I'm finished. So as you guys can see, the numbers kept stacking up from around 50,000 to 71,000. So as an example, if I was in a Formula Drift car, I pretty much would have just timed it perfectly, where I stopped drifting with enough time to still redeem around 10 skill points. Now, one thing to keep in mind, once you know your marks, let's say you know you need to stop around 50,000 points exactly in order for the points to keep accumulating to that point where you cross over 72,000 and earn 10 skill points. Once you know that mark confidently, you don't need to sit and wait every time, because that burns around 30 to 40 seconds you could otherwise spend drifting. So here's here's a very pro tip. Any of these events on the Aerodrome drag strip, so whether it's the cross country event or the drag event, pretty much ones that are very convenient to get to, as soon as you guys prompt to enter one of these events, you can then back out. That'll instantly bank your skill chain, meaning it'll end the animation, meaning you'll earn the skill points without having to wait for it to end. So I'll go up to this and I'll go enter event, then instantly back out. And as you guys can see, I've earned the XP from the skill points, indicating that it actually banked and I earned the skill points. Do that once you hit around 50,000 on repeat. So earn 50,000 points up top, go and enter that event, instantly back out and keep drifting. That's the quickest and most efficient way to earn skill points without wasting, let's say, 40 seconds every single time waiting for the animation to end. And once you guys have earned a lot of skill points, there are quite a lot of ways to convert them straight into credits and super wheel spins, but I'm probably going to get into those in another video. So if you guys want to see that, drop a like and subscribe to my channel with notifications on. But generally, you can make over 600 to 1,000 skill points per hour by using this method. And if you guys are wondering how I've got 100 million super wheel spins, of course 300 million skill points, the highest level in the game and more, you guys might want to go and check out the comment section or my bio to learn more, because it's going to be applied to anyone instantaneously. And of course, there's over 15,000 Trustpilot reviews working for all platforms. So go ahead and check that out, guys, and stay tuned for more Forza content coming soon.